Okay, so we're finally to rational exponents. So when we say rational, we mean fractional exponents. Like we're going to see things like 8 to the 2/3 power. So that's actually an exponent there. And the hard thing is to know, well, which one is the power and which one's the root? Well, I don't know if you knew this, but roots are always at the bottom of the tree. So what that means is this guy right here is at the bottom, so it's the root. When I say the root, I mean like the root, like this is the root. That means the root, the n out here will be down below. So when we take that root or index out here, it's always down below in the fraction. So we can convert 8 to the 2/3. We could write that as the radical form of 8 to the 2nd power. Exponents are at the top of a tree. Well, I don't know if that's true, but roots are definitely at the bottom. So exponent goes here, and root goes right out here. So that is the same equivalent thing. 8 to the 2/3 is the same thing as the cube root of 8 squared. So let's look at this. We can go back and forth from radical form to exponential form. So if this is radical form, we can put this in exponential form. The base is 5, and there's a fractional exponent here. The root always goes down below. The root on the tree is down below, so 3 is going to be in the denominator there. And 2 is going to be in the exponent spot. So 5 to the 2/3 is the same thing as cube root of 5 squared. We should be able to go the other way as well. So this we can write it in radical form. So we can use a radical, we put 7 inside there. The root goes out here, that's the little index, it would be 3. And then it's 4th power. You have a choice. You could put the 4 right there, or if you want, you can even put the 4 out here. That's what this property, these two things are equal to each other, is what that says. And so you can put the 4 just right there by the 7, or put the whole thing to the 4th power. And that either way really works. And this one, be careful here, so be 8 to the what fraction? What's the root here? The root is understood to really be 2 there. So therefore, this is have to be a 2 here. And then the 5 is an exponent. So it'd be 8 to the 5 halves is the same thing as the square root of 8 to the 5th. And let's do another one. So this one would be the radical 3 here, the cube root, the 3rd root, and the 1st power. I don't have to put a 1 there because 3 to the 1st power is 3. And so you need to get better at seeing things like when you see 9 to the 1/2 power, it's just a square root in the skies, right? Because the root is 2 and the power is 1 there. So 2 and 1, that's really just square root of 9. So just get used to that and work with it. That's the end of this short screencast.